What's up, YouTube? It's Gio. I just got home from work, and there's something really important that I wanted to put out there for everyone that lives in New York State. So with that, I just want to say that yesterday in Albany, red flag laws passed for New York State. And if you don't know what a red flag law is, basically it says that law enforcement can come into your house without a warrant and confiscate your gun if a close family member, friend, or a school person, or whatever, anybody really, deems you a threat to yourself or others. And the way it's worded vaguely. Like I said, like a threat or like an extreme individual. Like, it's very vague. It's meant to be that way. It's meant to target gun owners, anybody. If you get into an argument with someone you don't like the government, you don't like this policy, and you get mad, and you're with somebody could take that the wrong way, report you to the police. The next thing you know, boom, you're getting swatted. Or you can get in an argument with your spouse or whatever, and they know you have a gun, and then boom, you're a criminal like that. I can't snap, but you're a criminal in like 30 seconds after that. It's crazy. It's insane. Freedom of speech just quietly died yesterday in New York. It quietly died. That was the nail in the coffin for freedom of speech in the state of New York. The Republicans just rolled over, and ironically, around this time last year, after the Parkland shooting, the Democrats tried to pass this red flag laws, and you know what? The Republicans found their balls and said, no, it's not happening. All of a sudden now they caved, and with the Democrat, and then they got the Democrats, the majority of the House. They won a lot of seats this past election. Now, 1 year later, oh wow, red flag laws. Both sides of these political parties do not care about you. They do not care about you. They do not care about your rights. And this shows. It shows, man. It's unbelievable that this isn't even a law. You cannot voice your opinion anymore if you're a gun owner without the risk of being swatted like a day, an hour, or later. That's insane. And again, these laws say, mentally unstable people. However they want to word it. What's mentally unstable? You know what I mean? It's vague. And then on top of that, they added in, bump stocks are not illegal and any devices that can modify the rate of fire. Like, it's getting absolutely insane. But the end goal for these politicians and big government is to disarm the American people. Like, I hope you're paying attention to this. But if you live in New York, I would say, if you're living in New York State and you have the means, I would say get out now. I would say leave. And I'm not trying to panic you, but I'm trying to say this is serious. This is very serious. If you have the means to leave New York, I would do it. I would leave right now. I don't have the means to do that right now. But if you have the means, you got nothing, you own a couple guns in New York, and you've been compliant with the SAFE Act, and it's time to leave. I've tried to rally the troops. I've been to my local Republicans. It's a handful of people in someone's house. I've gone to my friends. I've gone to so many people and said, hey, the red flags laws are coming to New York. We need to start protesting. We need to do things. And nobody wanted to do anything. And part of this is my fault because once I found out I was alone, I couldn't get anybody. I kind of died. And I'm like, maybe it won't happen. No, so I share a tiny bit of the blame with the masses, and then you got people in the politics that are supposed to represent us and they don't. But the point is, get out of New York. Go find a state where they stand up for your right to protect yourself. It's not even a constitutional right. It's your God-given right to protect yourself, and these people are trying to take that away. They're trying to control. That's all the gun control is. It's people control. And right now, literally by me making this video, someone could be like, this guy is unstable. Boom. I can get swatted right now. You know what I mean? It's crazy. All of this is orchestrated against you, the people. And it just blows my mind right now. From now on, anybody who's a gun owner, myself included, you have to think hard about what you say and who you talk to now. Really hard. Like, yeah, you should always be very decisive in who's in your life or not, but like now it's like it's down to the wire. I've seen news reports of these red flag laws being false positives. Like, there was a guy in Seattle last year, after they passed the red flag law, he stood by a window, and some lady walked by and conveniently saw a gun on his holster, and she called the cops, and he got swatted. And if you really do the research and look into it, there's multiple accounts of this happening. People with guns minding their business getting swatted by the police. Because they're armed. Like, it's insane. It's insane that in a country it's built on guns, the Second Amendment people. When I say built on guns, people who have the right to protect themselves and bear arms. That's what this country's foundation on. The Constitution is built on that. Like, you have the freedom of speech. You know what the safeguard to your First Amendment is? Guns. The Second Amendment. It's the only thing that keeps you free. Not a pen and paper, not legislation. The ability to rebel against tyranny is what keeps you free. Now, and that's just the fact. There's no arguing around it. These politicians in Albany, they don't care about you. They don't care about any of us. They're traitors. They're all traitors. Everybody in government who supports us, you are a traitor to the American people. I'll come out and say it. Any law enforcement officer that enforces these red flag laws, you're a traitor. I know it's controversial saying that, but it's the truth. You are betraying your oath. You are betraying the American people by enforcing these laws. And the politicians that are passing these laws in the Senate, you are betraying the American people. This is a complete betrayal of the Constitution and a complete betrayal of the American people and our freedoms. And New York is not the only state with red flag laws. They're trying to pass this all over the country to come after gun owners. So you better be paying attention. And look at history. When the government takes the guns away from people, nothing good comes from it. Look at Mao. Look at China. Mao said, only my people are going to have the guns. And if you don't know, Mao was a communist. Go read a book. But anyway, the Chinese people said no. And this is right after World War II. But the amount of Chinese people that had guns to fight off the Chinese government wasn't enough. And Mao turned around and slaughtered 20 million people. 20 million Chinamen over guns. And in Russia, it's the same story. In Vietnam, all these communist countries, it's the same story. And if you don't know history, America is following in the footsteps of the beginning of the Soviet Union. That's just a fact, and that's where it is going. And New York State is completely authoritarian. Come out, you don't believe me? You got red flag laws, it's insane. Authoritarian, totalitarianism, communism, fascist, socialism, whatever. Pick whatever flavor you want. The point is, it's government deciding your life and how you live that. And that's not what government. We don't need that. That's not what government. Obviously, that's what government's for. But I don't believe in government. You don't need government. You don't need someone to tell you this is how you need to live. You need to follow my set of laws. You break them, you get thrown in a cage. Really? It's messed up, man. And this isn't the beginning. It's just going to continue. It's just going to get worse. It's going to get worse, and it's going to get worse. And I'm not trying to cause a panic. I'm just telling you like it is. If you don't take steps to protect yourself and your family now, it's just going to hurt you in the long run. Most importantly, obviously, have Jesus in your life. That is the most important thing I can say to you out of this whole video. Make sure you're right with Christ. And He will protect you. It blows my mind that it's come to this. Mentally unstable people. This person's a threat. Really? Granted, there are mental unstable people, but the whole point is, you cannot stop someone who's got problems from getting a gun. If they're going to get a gun to do harm, they're going to get a gun. All this does is stop you and me and law-abiding citizens from protecting themselves from unstable people criminals, and then the criminals in government who want to take everything away from you. Democrat, Republican, don't matter. It's two sides of the same coin. They don't care. This is where it's going. This is where the political elite and the banksters want it. They want a one-world communist government, and it's, you know what? They have to take down the U.S., and they're doing a fabulous job of it. The country is so divided, and it's a mess. It is an absolute mess. And Trump ain't fixing it. Trump is not fixing it. He is not fixing it. Had to get this out. This is where I started a couple of months back when I deleted Facebook and I went on here. The first 3 or 4 videos were all about gun control. That's my roots. I'm second. It's like I said, it's more than second amendment for me. I believe in the right to bear arms. I like guns. Everybody has their thing. Mine is that. And see your freedoms just get taken away, and everyone's just like, oh, I can't do anything. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. What are you going to do when the beast system finally comes? When the economy crashes? And all this stuff. They have so much planned. When I say they, the Rothschild, the Rockefellers, any of those people who are billionaires have a stupid amount of money that have bought up all the governments. This is what they want, and this is where it's going. What are you going to do about it? Peacefully protest and not participate in the government right now. It's probably the best option. You know, they're doing it in France, they're doing it in all these other countries, having mass protests. Maybe that should happen. Mass, peaceful non-compliance is the only way to stop this. Peaceful non-compliance. It's the only way to stop it. America, right? Land of the free, home of the slave. Anyway, I guess I'll stop it here. Fucking almost a 13-minute rant. Anyway, I hope everyone has a blessed day. And if you're in New York, man, spread the word. Tell your friends, family, whoever has a gun. Red flag laws passed, and they need to be extra careful about who they talk to when it comes to guns, when it comes to anything, who they let in their life, literally, who they let into their life, and who they tell you're a firearm owner. You need to check yourself now, big time. You need to check yourself. Spread this to everybody in New York. Spread it to everybody in and out of states, because like there's other states with this. But the point is, if you have a gun, you live in New York State, you better check yourself. Who you letting in your life? Check yourself. Stay and also make sure you got Jesus in your life, because he'll protect you. Let's do things right now. Gloves are coming off, people. Things are happening. You gotta start making moves. Anyway, I love y'all. God bless and stay safe.